All right, what's up, everyone? Decided to do a quick live. I haven't been live in a few days, and the market's been ripping without me. I actually wanted to go live, get on here and talk about the market just right at the market bottom because I had did a lot of different things. Now, if you're watching this video in the replay, go ahead and skip a couple of minutes because I'm just gonna run my mouth. Go ahead and jump up to the 3 minute mark. Anyway, what's up, everybody? This is Dre Trades. I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram. Dre Trades. You can contact me there, or you can get into any one of my past videos, and we could talk about stocks. So if you have any questions, what motivated me to? I'm reading a message here. She doesn't want any more. Oh, she doesn't want any. All right, I just had a message I had to respond to. Sorry about that. All right, what was I talking about? Yeah, what motivated me? What motivated me to kind of get on today is someone commented about Baba, right? I guess they bought some Baba calls and they said they're getting destroyed, but it was it was brief. I don't know what they was talking about as far as getting destroyed because like Baba was ripping, but I guess I'll start this video off with we're just gonna look at a couple stocks. Am I live? Yeah, make sure I'm live. Okay, yeah, I'm still getting messages, y'all. She she's saying, "Am I live?" Yeah, I'm live. Anyway, so I figure I'll start off with Peloton because I put on a lovely trade right here, right at the bottom. You could actually see the support and resistance. Go out to the weekly, the monthly, and you could tag these perfectly. I was surprised that Peloton would actually even come down to 88. But there it is, right? So I'm going to go ahead and ride this up. It actually was a perfect trade. There's actually a lot of stocks like this that just hit perfect support levels, where it was just so distinct, especially if you pull up a weekly chart, monthly. I don't look at the dailies because, they there, but they definitely stand out when you look at weekly charts. Let's see what the monthly looks like on that, right? Yeah, so you look at that. Just boom, right there, right? It's got to pop. How high is it going to go? I don't know. But I'm going to guess to right there. I'm going to guess to that 98 level. And then I'll probably be out at that point. Because it's just a quick trade. I used to love Peloton. I still do. But stock is just disappointing. So anyway, we can get here, right? That's about that 98 level. Or maybe it comes to that trend line, right? I can get all aboard bullish, right? All aboard if it can kind of just get above that diagonal, downtrending line, right? So stochastic looks good. Well, the stock is going up. The stochastic is still pointing down on the weekly. So let's see if we can get this thing to turn up in the next couple of days, and it'll look good. Now let's go to Baba. Baba's looking good too. I actually missed this trade because I would have put it on. So if we start with the daily, kind of close that out. You can see like, man, there ain't nothing going on here. It's just a bunch of just down, upper left to lower right. So let's draw some lines to see what we can see here. If I can get my line drawer tool, there, kind of bring it like that, right? So if this bounce can continue, right, we could expect it to at least maybe come up to here, right? And then if it could break above that line, now that's a lot of room up there, right? There's a lot of points, right? I mean, if it could go up from, today's up 8%, 11 points, right? So, right, let's say if it can kind of crawl up to that down diagonal, that's 183, it's 155, 657, for the most part, 30 points, right? Just to catch that downtrend line. And I imagine there'll be some natural resistance there. But if you come out to the weekly, and I'm going to show you, right? Just going to see the weekly, still looks like it's downtrending, right? So let's go to the monthly. And then now you could see that beautiful support. I had the wrong tool on, right? That's why you want to come out to your further charts, and you could see it. It's perfect bounce, perfect opportunity. I would have probably got in it. I just wasn't looking at stocks like that. Remember, I said I kind of changed my little game plan. I just went strong a couple stocks, and I'm not even bouncing around. And I just went strong my faves, and that's what I've basically been doing. Jewelry Box is finally hitting me up on the comments instead of the phone. I was kind of coming away from the video, hitting you up on the phone, but now you realize that I am live. She says she don't have sound. That's okay, babe. JRH You said just bought a Baba 192.20 debit spread 7 July 20. Cool. I think that trade's gonna make you some money. I like the fact that you went way out, but just like we was just talking about that downtrend line, keep an eye out there. Like I really can't get bullish on this until it breaks this downtrend line. And if I zoom this in, let me see if we could do it the weekly. You could see the oversold. All right, let's discount this downtrend line as the average, right? And you can see how when it comes way away from that line, right, just bounces back up like a rubber band, down, up, down. Look, it's so far away, so it's gonna snap back up just like it's done for the last since October last year, right? But when this thing gets real, when it's real, you'll be like, uh-oh, we got something here, you know. I think that's when we can make a move above that downtrend line. Let me see. I'm looking at some other levels of support, maybe right here. Oh, I got the wrong tool on again. Right there, right? For the most part, these highs right here, you know, this will show a little strength if we can get, but that's all right there. It all intersects right at that downtrend line. So when we get up there, not only are we going to be breaking horizontal resistance, we're going to be breaking that diagonal downtrending resistance, right? So the downtrend line, that's the primary trend line. So if we could break that, you know, the trend, the downtrend has been broken. And sometimes it doesn't mean that it's just going to fly up off to the races. It could just start going sideways, but that's good because you know what that means? That means the downtrend is over. It's over for now, at least. So it could chop around sideways and then start to kind of head up. So that's what you got to kind of look out for. Yeah, but I like that trade, man. The one did you put that on before the action today? Let me just look at the minute. Oh, what a gap up 150. So you only caught 5 points after the open from 50, 60, 70. Yeah, but damn, if you could have put that on yesterday. I don't know when you put it on though. You said throw the technicals away on Baba. This is all Chinese government. Nah, I can't say that, man. I always gotta look at the technicals. You heard what happened, right? Well, why is it bouncing right there on the floor? Why is it bouncing right here? You know, right there. It's perfect. Did the Chinese government wait until it got to this technical level? You know, so this is a huge technical level. It's amazing how things happen when it's right there pinned at a technical. You know, so I kind of always just go with this and throw media out no matter what they say. I know it's crazy, but it just seems it's always something like when, let's say this will come up to here to this double top, right? Let's say it tops right there. There'll be some bad news that comes out to bring it down, but in fact, it's just a double top. It was supposed to go down, you know, so that's that, right? So and my camera's on. Hope it don't be showing me. Cause I'm like got no shirt on, I'm looking like a bum, so I can't put my video on. Anyway, so if it works out, that's great, man. Is it a coincidence? I don't know, but I've seen that so many times where stock hits a technical and then here's the news, you know, to kind of make it go that way. So I do think the news gives you that momentum to bounce off that springboard, right? To bounce off that trampoline and just start to head higher. So I like that. I think this one could actually have momentum. Look at the stochastic. This is the monthly, right? This thing goes back to 2014. Now, when's the last time we saw Alibaba down here with the slow stochastic, right? And about to turn up? Well, way back here in 2018, right? December 2018. So, and then way back here in February 16. So for the most part, if you bought here, this was a great opportunity right there. Real great opportunity. And if you bought here, the same opportunity. So let's hope now, especially when this thing starts to point upward, and I'm sure it will, there's going to be some momentum after this trade for sure with that gap up and it's holding. I mean, the gap, today's gap, when you can see a gap like that and then it fires up and holds, it's going higher. I doubt if that gap fills. You know, it could. You know, you might have if it does, it just gave you a great opportunity. But yeah, that's what's up with that. So let's look at my favorite stocks. Y'all know what I'm going to talk about. Y'all know it, man. Let's go to the weeklies. Let's talk about some Amazon. And you can see that's bouncing right off that low. I got longer here, so I got long. Right, it was so easy to manage the smaller positions. I was like, you know what, this is actually kind of cool. I feel like I'm more high risk because I got bigger trades on a small amount of stocks. But it was easy to manage. It was coming down. I was like, man, it's hitting right there. I'm getting longer, and I got longer, right? So it's bouncing. That's good. I like that. It's up 1.57 today, 51 points. From that low. I mean, that low was 31.76, 32. It's already up like 150 points up. So I like it. I'll take it. And Tesla's still just been on fire. They got some kind of event happening after the Bell stockholders something event. So maybe this thing rips tomorrow or dips. I think it's gonna be some action tomorrow. But I think I just went right through that support. That resistance, excuse me, right? Just I'm gonna keep on going higher, and it's gonna get right here to this double top, and it's gonna pull back. All right, this is almost a guarantee. These double tops are so they just work. So when it hits here, what is this? 900? Yeah, it's gonna sell off a little bit. That'll be a perfect time for a short-term call, like a week out. Probably just sink on down, maybe 20 points, and you can get out. But yeah, I like Tesla. Tesla's been working good. I mean, ever since it's low, this thing is really on fire. It's almost like a stealth rally. Generally we use the Tesla just up, at least back here, 20 points a day. This is crazy, right? We was all waiting for the pullback, and you didn't get one. And this thing's just been stealth, just kind of low key, and I called it back there, right? I called it on its low, and yeah, I'm still in it. I'm in it even longer, up 50% in 150 days. So about about half a year of 50%. Wow, it's still for the year. It's no good. So it opened here. It's only up about 10% for the year. So, but from just mid-year, it's up 50%. That seems weird. That can't be 50%. That's what it's saying. 46%. So 540. 647. Yeah, I guess so. Wow. Anyway, yeah, so that's Tesla. CrowdStrike. There's one stock that I'm and you can see that's bouncing off the low. I got longer in this one as well. Yeah, I actually chopped the position up a little bit. I had a bunch of debit spreads on. I took a whole bunch off, and then I bought a call to compensate, to kind of give me some cash. Anyway, so that was this was one. Snow. I got rid of snow, and oh man, it's up beautiful today. Look at it. This thing looks like it's right. It was up, little pullback. Look at that bar for the weekly. Tomorrow's the end of the week, man. This is a beautiful bar it's painting. It's coming up here. It's coming. All right, so I like Snowflake as well. Look at the volume here. When you see this group volume like that, you just know it's going for a ride. Right? Put on your seatbelt. It's going. I was in it. I decided to slim down my positions. It was a tough choice. It was tough. And Snowflake didn't make the cut. I was like, oh my God, I got to sell my Snowflake because I just liked other things better. But I really like this. I might have to figure out a way to kind of get back in Snowflake. I really like that. And I like how that's the volume. Look at how strong that volume is on a weekly. And then see the sell-off? Look, there was no sellers. I mean, where was they selling? Let me pull up my little circle. Highlight that. Look, there was no sellers. So here we go. We're going right back up, right? Little resistance right here. I'm sure we're going to blow through. That is a beautiful pattern. Because once we pass this level, that level right there, and then for the most part, you just high right here. Once we pass that, this is off to the races. There's no more resistance, right? So we're coming here, right? And maybe, the high right up here. So I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, guys. If you draw a trend line like that, it looks like it'll happen somewhere around March next year, March 28th, right? That's when that trend line reaches that top of the of the channel, the double top area. So I like that, right? And then if I was looking at debit spreads like JRH just talked about, you can come out to this March 28th, April, May, maybe give it a little time, and you could buy like an out of the money debit spread and say, man, I had the 340, 350s on for that expired in 2023. There's no doubt on my mind it's going to reach that. It's already at 320. Oh man, I hate the fact when I get out of a trade early. That's been the mantra of my whole trading year. It was just getting out of hot trades early. Yeah, it's kind of just messed up my portfolio. Anyway, there's snowflakes. Let's look at Starbucks. This is one I kept, right? Because I just it's almost like I should have. Yeah, maybe that's what maybe I'll dump Starbucks and buy Snowflake on the next down day. But because Starbucks is just not ripping. It's only up 76 cents today, 0.69%. But it's sitting right there at support, and I'm watching it. Okay, man, it better not break that. It better not. All right, but you can see how it came in to support, and it's really no action there. All right, that's the weekly. You pull it to the daily. Look, it's just hovering around. So it's kind of making me nervous. I like to see on days like this, I like to see my stocks, rip. It kind of tells you that you're in the right trade, right? When it's ripping, when the stock market is ripping and your stock is not ripping, it's a sign that you're in the wrong trade and your stock is just going up because it's rising all boats. But if the stock market's ripping and your stock is ripping, man, you're good to go. You're good to go. So anyway, am I good to go here? You can put it in the comments. I don't know, man. I kept this and got out of Snowflake. Now, you saw how good Snowflake looked. And then you look at this Starbucks. Oh, my God. I need this thing to get up to, because I got a lot of out-of-the-money calls on it. For the most part, I need this thing up 130. 130 by next year, but 120, 125, 123. Let's call it 123. It'll be a great trade. I'm basically playing the highs. I'm saying Starbucks is going to get to the highs by January next year, but... And I've still got time. It's no panic time. We got 2 months this year, 12 months next year. As long as this Delta thing can end and everything is opening up, hopefully it goes back up. So we'll keep an eye on Starbucks. There was Microsoft. I think Kramer was like, buy Microsoft. Actually, that was a pretty good dip right there. Yeah, looking at the daily. Microsoft solid. I mean, see that little dip right there? That's about the best you can get with them. So that's down 70%. Okay, so I got the weekly chart up, but that goes way back to 2018. Look, Microsoft just doesn't give up a lot. So it was a good time to get in. And even if, let's say, it continued to go low, all right, so you get some more, right? At least start a position because it's bouncing nice. Not the greatest day today compared to the market. But it's bouncing nice coming into earnings. And by the way, these FANG stocks, it's one reason why I'm a little hype. Feel good about Amazon because it typically runs into the number. I'm not as good when it reports. I just don't know. I actually feel like they're going to report bad news with supply, this and that, and margins because they was hiring hundreds of thousands of people and things like that. So I'm not sure. I know they're good for the long run, but I don't know about this earnings report. Now, since they've been, I'm just going to go back to them real quick, so I can show you something. Since they basically been like a non-movement stock since July. I mean, this thing didn't do nothing since July last year. The hurdle really shouldn't be high, right? When you comp to over here. What did we, October, what is this, October, right? We comp to last October. I mean, can we beat these numbers? Yeah, I think so. But I don't know, man. So just sideways stock. I like it because it just hasn't been moving. If this thing can get some mojo back, we're going to see another move like that, right? And then if it breaks out of here, man, 5,000 is my target area, 5,000. You said you got out of Starbucks about a month ago. Decent stock to own. I just don't like. Yeah. I agree with you. That's a good stock to just have stock in. But as far as options, because you buy options, we need these things to move, and Starbucks just hasn't been moving. A put would have worked for you, but it just hasn't been moving. And for the most part, it really does not move that fast. It's just one of those stocks that slow grind higher. I even think they pay a dividend. So I actually agree with you on that. And I do the long way out debit spreads. So it works for me or my style of trading, but just don't like the way it's been trading lately. They came out with some bad news. I forgot what it was, and it's been sinking ever since. I thought about bailing, but I was like, I just don't want to bail here. It's coming off support. Let's just see. And it's just not, well, this ain't the stock. It's just not bouncing the way I wanted it to bounce. Netflix, I heard, is making all kind of highs, right? Nflx. Wow. Crazy breakout. Now, what we have seen with a lot of these stocks that do this, they eventually come right back down. All of them, for the most part. All of them, the breakouts haven't been clean. This looks really clean. But if something happens and it brings it right down to the range, maybe that's going to be earnings. But I do know if that does happen on earnings, it's probably a buying opportunity. So Netflix, there it is breaking out, right? Just like that. And you can see, if you go back, just like Amazon, this thing didn't do nothing since July last year, right? It's been sideways, and now it's finally starting to go. So I think a lot of the stocks that have been going sideways for the year, it's just going to start making movement. So Netflix is one of them. It's making movement, and it should really go a lot higher because it was in consolidation for a whole year. Why wouldn't it go higher? So it's like it's spring. It's like a coiled spring, right? It was just imagine standing on a coiled spring, and then when you get off of it, it just flies into the air, right? That's what's happening right there. So you should actually get this kind of move, right? That move. That's damn, that 266 points. Damn, I'm saying 200. Yeah, you might get 260 points out of this move. So that's Netflix. Damn, I just missed that one. I just remember. I think I talked about it in my last video. I was like, man, I want to get in, but I'd just be forgetting about positions I want to take when I actually get to the computer, because I don't sit down. That's why another reason why my videos has been slow. I haven't been sitting down watching the stocks like that. And I was like, all right, I want to get in that Netflix. I want to see if I can put a trade on that Netflix. And then I sit there down tomorrow, kind of tinker with the portfolio, and I forget. I just forget. What else did I want to talk about that was major? Let's look at Apple. Let's look at this major stocks. If you got something, go ahead and put it in the comments. If you watch this video in the replay, here we go. This is a perfect example. Look at Apple, how it broke out and it's coming back down. But now it's getting traction. 143, top of the range, coming into earnings, right? Earnings is October 28th. That is basically 21 days away. Yeah, might run a little bit into the earnings. Might finish up here before it reports the 155 area, and hopefully they don't disappoint. So that's Apple, right? But it almost makes me think Netflix is going to eventually do that. Everything has been doing that, breaking out and just coming back down. Oh, yeah, another entry. I talked about it on my videos. Nike. Yeah, it's bouncing 2% today. Nice, right? That's that same breakout I was just talking about. So Netflix did it. It's doing it now. See how, boom, it just gives it right back up. Right back up. But right there, top of the range, perfect entry, perfect bounce off the support down here. And now you can probably ride Nike all the way. You can buy that with your Starbucks and hold on to it. Those are great stocks to own, just forever. And this setup just reminded me of, I think, Disney. Disney did the same thing. Yeah, I just don't have it. Well, no, not really. Kind of just started going all the way. Now it's back down here. This is almost bear flaggish, right? That's why I got this arrow pointing down. It's up nice today. I mean, as long as it's okay, as long as it don't break this resistance right here. I'm sorry, support. I always get those backwards. As long as you don't break that support right there, it should hold. And I think the longer we hold, the better chances of it holding and actually turning around and going back up to the upside. All right, so that's the video, man. I just wanted to be real quick. Get on here and talk about some stocks. Subscribe, like, comment. You know the deal. Instagram Dre Trades, Twitter Dre Trades, right here in the comments. Thanks for checking me out, JRH Jewelry Box. I appreciate you all.